In my English class, we read this book called The Stranger by Albert Camus. For me, this book brought up a major distinction between atheists and theists, and made me realize that I could never be an atheist. Not that all atheists have the same mindset as Meursault, the protagonist, but it was interesting exploring the several different aspects of his existential atheistic mind. Now, if you haven't read the book, I can best describe Meursault's character as this empty void filled with nothing but instinct, almost like an animal. Meursault always does what he wants, when he wants, and for his own benefit. If he wants to smoke, he'll smoke. If he wants to have sex, he'll have sex with his girlfriend Marie, the girl he started dating the day after his mother's funeral. Secondly, Meursault seems to care very little about anyone else but himself. If a situation does not affect him, he chooses not to care. For example, when Ramon aggressively beats his girlfriend, Meursault does not plan on doing anything to help the girl. Another strange aspect of Meursault's mind relates to a crucial concept of existentialism. Existentialism heavily relies on a person's ability to decide for himself whether something is right or wrong. However, Meursault is unable to differentiate the two. After Meursault kills an Arab man, he confesses, "I didn't much regret what I'd done." He does not think that killing the man was wrong, and he has no sense of morality. At one point, when Meursault is in jail about to face the consequences of killing the Arab man, he is thinking about life. More specifically, its purpose. He claims, "But everybody knows life isn't worth living. Deep down, I knew perfectly well that it doesn't much matter whether you die at 30 or at 70, since in either case, other men and women will naturally go on living, and for thousands of years." At this point, I realized how much of an atheist Meursault really was. The major distinction between those who believe in God or gods and those who don't all boils down to one thing: purpose. Why are we here? Most theists have a simple explanation. We are here because our Creator made us. Therefore, our purpose is whatever our Creator wants of us. Most often, the goal of life of a theist is gaining admittance into the afterlife, whether it be heaven, nirvana, or paradise. But what about atheists? What about Meursault? What does he believe in? Basically, nothing. Because Meursault does not believe in an afterlife or a Creator, he really has no purpose. This is why it makes sense that he indulges so much in instinctual pleasures and doesn't care about how he treats others and has little concept of morality. What's the point of life if it's only temporary? If our consciousness suddenly wisps away forever the moment we exhale for the last time, then why care about anything at all? Now, I'm not saying that atheism as a whole is bad or wrong, but the thought that someday I might not exist and all my moments on earth never mattered haunts me. All the work I spent in school, all the people I befriended, and all the people that fought to make the world a better place, they never mattered. Sadly enough, if I was an atheist, I would probably act similarly to Meursault. With no purpose, I would do things that only made me feel good. I would care little about others, and I would have a weak sense of what is right and wrong. I would only be living for myself until I no longer existed. But that's no way to live. Though it may not have been Camus' intention, this book made me realize that I do matter, and I do have a purpose. It thoroughly challenged my way of thinking and strengthened my belief in God. So, what is my purpose? I'm not quite sure yet. But my belief in God will surely lead me to find out. Just because I don't fully know what my purpose is, does not mean that it doesn't exist.